while the rest of the mechanical keyboard world seems to be shrinking. The F97 from IQUNIX is here to remind us that full-size layouts can be great too. The F97 is the successor to the popular F96 keyboard and follows in its footsteps, bringing tri-mode connectivity and enthusiast-grade typing. It adds new features like hot-swappable switches, more switch options to choose from, dramatically increased battery life, and improved keycap designs that are full of character. Gamers may want to take an extra moment to pause. However, as its lack of software limits its programmability and backlighting options. But what it lacks in macros it makes up for in responsiveness. The F97 doesn't come cheap but is a great option if you can afford to splurge. Design and construction. The IQUNIX F97 is a compact full-size keyboard using the 96% length. It is, in essence, a squeezed full-size keyboard that does away with spaces between keys and lesser-used buttons. What you're left with is a grid, complete with the function row, number pad, and arrow keys, but without dedicated keys for insert, pause, and scroll lock. These functions, and many others, are all accessible as secondary commands using the FN button. The grid saves space on your desk, and, depending on your taste, will either look clean or congested. This is a keyboard that banks heavily on its looks. Each of the 6 available options have a very unique aesthetic with highly themed keycaps. The designs are so different that potential buyers are far more likely to spend extra time considering them. So it's a safe bet that you'll enjoy its layout if you get to the point of making a purchase. The same was true of the F96. But IQUNIX has made strides with its keycap printing and the new designs are more detailed than ever. For this review, I was sent the Hitchhiker and Cosmic Traveler variants, each of which are space-themed but unique in both look and typing feel. The RGB backlighting is much brighter and more vibrant this generation. Even in a brightly lit room, it is clearly visible, which wasn't the case on the F96. Since there is no software, you're limited to the effects and colors built into the keyboard. There are 18 lighting animations to choose from that cover the bases from rainbow waves to reactive lighting effects and static colors. You can color customize many of these by selecting from 8 different hues, or set a rainbow color across the whole keyboard. If backlighting isn't your thing, IQUNIX sells a version of the F97 without RGB for $20 less. The F97 keeps the same exceptional connectivity as the F96. You can connect using a standard USB Type-C cable, or wirelessly with Bluetooth 5.1 or 2.4 GHz using an included dongle. You choose your option using a switch on the back of the case. Each option worked flawlessly in my testing. There was no delay when typing characters over Bluetooth, which was something I noticed intermittently on the IQUNIX A80 I reviewed last year. For gaming, you wanted to use the 2.4 GHz dongle for its improved one's responsiveness, blending the keyboard wired-like performance without any kind of tether. Typing experience. The typing experience on the F97 is one of the best available on a pre-made keyboard. I was able to test 2 versions for this review, the Cosmic Traveler and the Hitchhiker. Your typing experience will vary depending on the switch and keycap profile you use, but set your expectations high. Both versions were outstanding. Typing was dampened but not overly muted like some foam-filled keyboards can become. The materials IQUNIX used to provide the dampening effect allows just enough sound travel to allow you hear the unique characteristics of each switch and eliminates unpleasant sounds, like pinging throughout the case. There's just no room for it here. The stabilizers on each keyboard were also excellent. They come generously pre-lubed from the factory, completely eliminating any rattle or ticking sounds. The CoStar stabilizers were the best, due to how the wires attach directly under each keycap. There's less room for that wire to move and create unwanted noise. They feel almost tighter when compared side by side with Cherry stabilizers. Gaming experience. The F97 isn't what I would consider a gaming keyboard, but can easily be used to play games. Its responsiveness is great over 2.4 GHz wireless, and the addition of a number pad opens the door to keyboard-heavy games like Microsoft Flight Simulator. The lack of programmability is its Achilles heel, but if you don't need those features, you'll find that it works well for most gaming setups. During my time with the keyboard, I played a mix of Red Dead Redemption 2, Doom Eternal, Elder Scrolls Online, Battlefield 2042, and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Even in a competitive first-person shooter like Battlefield, I couldn't tell any difference in responsiveness between playing connected with a wire and 2.4 GHz. Even compared with my Corsair Cone 100 gaming keyboard, performance felt identical. We hope you found our in-depth review helpful and informative. Comment below if you have any questions about this review or explanation. Thanks for watching.